President Biden is hoping to alleviate the supply chain crisis this holiday season. He sat down with top business leaders on Cyber Monday to discuss ways to avoid empty shelves and shipping delays. Retailers are urging consumers to place their online orders as soon as possible. CBS's Meg Oliver has more on the busiest online shopping day of the year.
I'm buying everything today. So
Realtor Kristania Sledge has been cashing in on Cyber Monday sales all day long.
How are the deals?
The deals are amazing. I just saved $196 on 2 Ralph Lauren coats and an espresso machine.
Today is expected to be the best online shopping day of the year, with Americans predicted to spend between $10 and $11 billion. That could come in slightly less than last year.
How many boxes are going out today?
We anticipate about 1 million boxes will go out today from this facility.
At this Amazon fulfillment center in New Jersey, more than 14 miles of conveyor belts passed along some of the first packages for Cyber Monday.
It's mesmerizing. It really is a well-orchestrated logistical ballet.
Retailers have been encouraging shoppers to buy early, with the global supply chain crunch translating into higher prices and fewer options.
This is her. Say hi.
In Arizona, Stephanie Velasquez found free dog treats for her new puppy, Shyla.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. So it's like dog treats, like 90 of them, and it was free. Just had to pay for shipping. So I was like, this is great.
Today is the best day to buy TVs online. Shoppers can also score big on clothes, furniture, and appliances. If you're looking for a computer, try to hold off until Wednesday to see even bigger discounts.
How much more shopping do you plan to do?
I'm trying to shop until the deal is over, so probably until midnight tonight.
So your boss let you go home early to start doing this?
Yes, she did. Shout out to Diane.
And some important dates to remember for FedEx and the U.S. Postal Service. December 15th is the last day to ship your gifts. For Amazon packages, December 22nd to make sure your gifts arrive on time.
For more now, I want to bring in Rob Handfield. Rob is the Bank of America University Distinguished Professor of Supply Chain Management at North Carolina State University. He's also the director of the Supply Chain Resource Cooperative. So, Rob, first, let's talk about concerns over the new COVID-19 variant. Do you foresee Omicron disrupting the supply chain further in any way?
Well, it really is a little too early to say. The risk, of course, is that the variant could shut down manufacturing sites, ports, and production lines. For instance, the Delta variant impacted production of apparel and ports in China. We don't really know how bad the variant is, how bad this one is. We don't know how virulent it is. We really don't know how infectious it is. The good news, though, is that South Africa was very open about it. And so we could act very quickly. And, their exemplary openness means that we could spot it early. Delta is still raging through Europe, and we did see other variants like Gamma and Lambda that faded away and didn't impact the supply chain. So I guess I would say it's a little too early to say still.
Rob, we do know that President Biden met with some of the leaders of major retailers and other companies Monday to discuss the holiday shopping season. What do you make of the administration's efforts so far in alleviating the supply chain logjams, especially heading into these crucial next few weeks?
Well, unfortunately, it's really difficult for them to do a whole lot. And the reason for that is, if the products are here in the U.S. already, they can be shipped by truck or by rail. The issue is not getting products to customers, it's getting them into the U.S. And the real bottleneck is the Los Angeles Long Beach port, of course. That's responsible for almost 40% of imports. And what has happened this year is, their trade, Los Angeles's trade with the world rose 26% in 2021. So this was a huge surge in demand for a port that was already bottlenecked. So we can't really just throw more drivers and trucks at it. It's really a longer term issue. There's really severe productivity issues with the port. We need to invest in a digital strategy to coordinate inbound containers with outbound truck scheduling and chassis scheduling. And if you look at large ports like Yokohama in Japan, King Abdullah in Saudi Arabia, and Qingdao in China, that's what they've done. And this is going to require a significant investment over a number of years to improve the productivity of that port. So I don't think there really are any short-term fixes for what we're seeing today.
a 26% spike in Los Angeles. That is a huge increase in volume. Online shopping, we know, has pulled business away from brick and mortar stores. The pandemic has only added to that e-commerce boom. But are there any fears over shipping delays and out-of-stock items among consumers? And could that maybe be pushing people to do more in-person shopping this year?
Absolutely. And I think we're seeing a rise in consumer shopping in brick and mortar stores. People know that if it's on the shelf, and I'm telling people that if it's available, go ahead and get it. Don't wait for it. If you want to order something online, it might be pushed back. It might be put on back order, and you might be waiting weeks for it if it's still, on a boat somewhere, crossing the Pacific Ocean. We seem to have done okay during Black Friday. We seem to have had a good amount of stock. We are seeing still some empty shelves in some of the grocery stores. But there's also signs that I think, with the COVID vaccines, people still like to shop in person. They like to meet other people. They like, to discuss and talk about what they're buying. They like customer service. They like to negotiate, So I think as people are increasingly safe from COVID, you're seeing more and more people go out to stores.
Rob, consumers just want this fixed. They don't want to see those empty shelves. But you recently wrote about some of the myths surrounding the causes of the current supply chain issues. And one of those misconceptions, you say, is that the supply chain shortages are temporary and will disappear in 2022. Tell us more about that.
Well, and unfortunately, that's one of the myths I wrote about in that Washington Post opinion piece. I don't think it's going to get any better in 2022. And there are signs that the port has stopped getting worse in terms of the backlog, but there's little sign that the glitches will go away soon. And we're seeing, a lot of industries like Hewlett-Packard in tech, automobiles, clothing, consumer goods. Everyone is saying, and they're telling stock market analysts that they expect these shortages to last until at least the third quarter of 2022. So the pandemic has really exacerbated the problem of this. And we're going to continue to see shortages for going into the new year, even after Christmas. The good news is, I think this could drive more companies to start looking at new supply chain designs. And that might include nearshoring from places like Mexico, since we have a free trade agreement. So we could see some changes in the global supply chains going into the next year.
The one thing we can count on is change, Rob. Rob Handfield, thank you.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.